Hi everybody, Wednesday tutorial. My phone keeps dropping. I'm gonna hold it up for a second. We're gonna give it a minute for some of you to get logged in. Hope everybody's staying safe. I know a lot of you are still working, so post below, let me know if you're working or if you're stuck at home. Hi Elaine. I'm gonna try to fix my arm here so it doesn't dip. There it goes. Okay, maybe it'll stop there. I'll just kind of scooch down a little bit. Carrie's on, Kat's on. Are you guys home? I know Kat's home. Elaine, are you working? Vicky's watching. Ugh, this phone. I set it up so I have a little bit higher. I stack my arm on my holder on something a little higher so we can get a little bigger view of the tabletop. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. Hey, Kat. This whole video thing is, my first online class is tomorrow night. We're doing the umbrella class, so I'm excited. Tammy's on. I'm excited about that. I'm excited to see how bingo goes. We'll see. I got all the prizes in, so I'm excited. We'll see. So before we get started, I did a drawing for the sampler from last week, and the winner of this sampler, it was the Easter sampler, is Janet Hathcote for sharing. So congratulations, Janet. I see I'm dipping again. So Jan, I'm going to be stopping by later today with your order, and I will bring that. Okay, so what I wanted to share with you today, I've been working on my retreat. I'm really excited about my retreat. John was super impressed with everything. So I do have just a couple of spots left. If you want to do it, it's an online retreat, but it should be a lot of fun. So today, I thought I would talk a little bit about scraps. Okay, so I save my scraps, and I'm going to go ahead and flip this upside down. Let me flip the camera upside down so it looks right. Oh, where's my... There they are. Okay, hold on. Flip you up, down. Okay. All right. Let's see if we can get that upside down. Tighten that in. Does that look pretty good? Okay, I think that's good. All right, so when I am doing projects or designing, a lot of times I'll cut extra stuff. So here's a box of scraps, and I just throw them in here. I save a box till it's full, and then I'll sort it out. So like I had cut out a whole bunch of little hearts from this die to use for the umbrella class. There might be, like, here's a card front I started to make and I didn't like it, so I stuck that in there. Little bits of leftover paper pumpkin things, scraps of ribbon. For some reason, I have a ton of die-cut white hearts. Look, I found these the other day. I've been cleaning my scrap room, or my stamping room, and kind of going through things. Like, here's a bunch of little birds cut out. Those are from, practice for the retreat. These were tags. Some of you may recognize those. Little pieces that I stamped, and just practice things. So I throw them in here because I will, I may eventually use them. Ribbon, that's a lot of ribbon. I have to use that on something. So when I was, I have like 8 boxes of these. So when I was doing some purging, I took them, and I'll show you how I organized them. So I have, here's a box, and I organized these according, like, these are all leaves. So I just kind of bagged them up. These are flowers. These are animals. So I have penguins, cows, reindeer, sea creatures. These are all stamped words or, stamp pieces that have sayings or something. Here's a little bag of miscellaneous things that I didn't have a home for. Here's some cars. Some of you may recognize some of these things. These are hearts. I have Christmas trees, stars. They're just kind of all, these are some birthday pieces. So I stick them all of these shapes in a box. These are all kind of finished shapes that I can just slap on a card. Then I have a box. I'm going to just set these on the floor. I have a box that has just die cut pieces or punch pieces. So like I just sort them according to colors, although I see there's a piece of red in there. So these were white. These are smaller tags. These are some big tags. These are little frame pieces, vanilla. And then I have them according to color. So it's blue and green. I have pink and purple. So just different sizes. So I can look in here and find, that's random. I'll have to find a home for that one. Then I have a box that I put tag pieces in. So a lot of times when I have scraps, I'll just go ahead and cut them down, because a lot of times I have 2-inch scraps. That tends to be what I use mostly. So I had a bunch of 2-inch leftover pieces, so I just cut them in half. So these are mostly 4 1/4 by 2, but there are some different sizes. And then I have a whole bunch of like the little nested labels dies, so I just put those all together. Some I already have tagged pieces kind of already half made, so they're in there. And like designer series paper that are in strips, I put in there. So you can see it's all kind of organized by color. All right, this will make hopefully tag making and things a little easier and quicker. Okay, then I have, these are scrap card pieces. So look, these are things I was practicing and maybe didn't use them or had an extra one. So I've got that birch tree image. Here's a bunch of, I've got some extra, what is that? Memories and More pieces, designer paper. I don't put my cardstock scraps in here unless, there's something on them or they're die cut or embossed, because I have scrap drawers that I use daily. So if I have like half a card that maybe I didn't really like or I didn't finish, I just stick those in here. Okay, that makes that pretty quick. Then I have a box of ribbon scraps. I love my ribbon. Oh look, here's some white baker's twine. I'm gonna need that today, I think. I'm gonna take out a couple pieces of that. They're not very big scraps, so they're gonna make little bows. That's okay. I like little bows. And then my last box has just miscellaneous small pieces. So all my small pieces, glimmer paper. I love glimmer paper. I don't throw any glimmer paper away. So if it's a little strip, I will put it in here. Here's a little bit of cardstock, but I have, those are pretty. I was playing around with some different watercoloring techniques. So these are little strips I can use, like if I have leftover die cut, designer paper that I can punch out. There's some witches' hats, all kinds of little things. So that's the little box of scraps. So what I do is I'll save a bunch of scraps, and then when this is full, I'll start a new box, and then I'll sort this out and put it in with the other ones. And if it's something I really am not going to use, I'll just throw it away. So what I did today, we're going to make a few cards just using scraps. So I thought I'd do this maybe every couple of months. We're going to make a couple cards. Maybe next time we'll do some tags and use some of the tag pieces. So what I did was pulled out, first I just made sure I had a few bases. I have some white, I have some black, these are just cut in half. I cut a sheet of purple posy, I cut Poppy Parade, and here's a pumpkin pie. So I've got those, and I just pulled out a few different scraps. So this is a couple. I had this card front. We've done this for a baby card class. This was an extra piece. This is a piece of Whisper White that I was playing with markers, and I was just, coloring on. I didn't know what to do with that. So I thought maybe we'd do a card with, I think I used Flirty Flamingo and Poppy Parade. I got a little flower here. And then I pulled out some matching ribbon. So what I thought I would do is maybe use one of these. I mean, this is kind of my thought process. So I've got this Poppy Parade card base. Let's see how that looks. It can just go like that. And we might take that flower and I'm going to color it with Poppy. A little more color and then maybe some ribbon. Oh, I was going to get a couple word sets so we could stamp some words while we were at it, which I did not do. So I'm just going to see what I have close to me. Let's fold that Poppy base. I think this looks okay. I could also like cut it down smaller, but I don't think I like that. So I'm just going to glue this to here so that that's not showing, hopefully. That looks okay. All right, let's tie a little bow around. This is the Poppy Parade ribbon. I'm just going to tie a little knot over to the side. All right, I need a little more ribbon there. I can't seem to tie a knot today. All right. All right, so when I tie bows, I just leave my ribbon on the roll so I don't really waste any. Let's scooch that up a hair. And then over to the side, and let's pop this up. I am not ready today, I guess. I don't have any dimensionals in front of me. Okay. But before we pop that on, we're going to take this little flower. This is from those cake dies. I pulled out a bunch of those too. The dies, let's see, it's from the Celebration birthday set. I don't know, I pulled out a whole bunch of those birthday cakes I've been coloring and playing with. And then, and now I can't find them. That's all right. Okay, so I'm going to get my Poppy blends. I've already colored this a little bit with some green, but I'm just going to go over it because it's really light, so I don't think you're gonna notice. Use my dark Poppy, and then we'll color in with the lighter Poppy. Let's see. Coloring is kind of a quiet activity. I have a hard time talking while I'm coloring because I'll mess up. Okay, oh, let's go ahead and do our little berries too. Leaves are already green, so I don't have to worry about that. Okay, we do need to stamp something. Let's see. Okay, I've got some birthday. I just have a bunch of sets here. Here's a card, happy birthday. I've got a heart on it. Let's see. What can be good? Let's do, this is the problem, is finding words you want to do. I need something small, so I'm going to do, let's see, we're going to do happy day, because that could be for happy birthday. It could just be thinking, you know, just in general. Okay, let's peel that off. That's was stuck on there really well. All right, so happy day. let's do it in poppy. So we're going with that color theme for this card. Let's practice it once here. Make sure that looks good. Oh, that's so cute. And of course I should have stamped this before I stuck ribbon on. So I'm gonna move that ribbon out of the way. We're gonna put Happy Day right here, hopefully. Yay! And then we'll just move that down below it. And then I think I'm gonna just tape that in place on the back. It feels a little bit loose. So here's a trick. If your ribbon's kind of loose, I want that bow right below the happy. Flip it over on the back, tape it on one side, then pull it tight, make sure it's even. Pull it tight on the other side, and you can pick up that slack. Now you don't want that under there, so just cut it off, cut that slack off. And now I got an extra little piece I can make a loop or something with it. All right, so I'm gonna pop up this whole panel on the back. I got the mini dimensionals. All right, we're gonna put 6 on here. Okay. And this white piece is just 4 1/4 by, or 4 by 5 1/4. And then we're gonna add our flower. I'm gonna put 2 little dimensionals on it. Oh, that's cute. See, I didn't think it, you know, you just never know. What do you guys think? Do you like it? Okay. So let's see what else we have. These are nice and quick because some of the pieces are already done for us. This is why it's kind of fun to use your scraps. Hold on, let me clean this off and get this out of the way because we're going to need that block again. So that was from the Itty Bitty Birthday stamp set. If you like that word. I like this one because it does have small sayings you can squeeze in anywhere. Okay, so what's my, oh, here they are, of course. All right, here's those birthday cakes. So I was, these were something I was working on for the Stampery. So a lot of times I'll just stamp a whole bunch and color and see what I like the best. So these are all ones I just tried different colors. This one, I didn't like because it was just too dark. So we're going to set that one aside. So what do you guys think? Well, I cut a purple posy base, so maybe I'll do this one. And then I'll make these later. I'll make something up with that. And I had a piece of gray cardstock because I had used silver embossing powder on all of these. So I figured gray would go with any of them. All right, let's see our purple posy card base. All right, let's fold this in half and see what this looks like. So we can just kind of do that. Now we could go with something in the middle, or we could go like that. I think I like that. Okay. I did pull out a couple of shapes. Let's see, I've got this little stitched scallop rectangle. I think that looks cute. I think we're gonna do this one. We had originally done a wedding card for this one. I think I'm gonna do a birthday one. I think we'll use Itty Bitty Birthdays again. Let's see. Awesome at any age. I don't know. I often think about how amazing you are. You made my day. I wonder if this happy birthday, this one is here's a card. Let's see if that'll fit on there. It will, just barely. It's a little bit big. Really, I want something that just says celebrate. This one says, let's celebrate you. Let's see what'll fit on here. So this is what I do sometimes. Happy belated, it's your day. Let's do that one. Let's do it's your day. That's a good size for this piece. All right, here's a tip. Now these are stuck down really well. You want to make sure you get under the sticky part, because that'll just rip that foam right apart, because these are really sticky. So sometimes I have to really work at peeling them off my my case there. Okay, so it's your day. I think I might do this in Gorgeous Grape, like a nice dark purple for the words. Let's see. I stamp it once. Make sure it looks good. If it's a brand new stamp, you haven't used it, sometimes it won't grab the ink really well. See, it looks kind of mottled. Take it and just rub it on your paper a little bit. I do back and forth a few times. And then try it. Much better. It'll pick up the ink better. It's your day. Oh, that looks good. It's nice and bright. All right, let's close that up so we don't get ink all over ourselves. And clean this up. Look, my chamois matches my card. I didn't plan that either. Okay, so I'm going to do this. I'm going to pop it. I'm going to put it layered under. All right, do I want to add some ribbon? I feel like I do. I feel like we need some sparkle. So what I'm going to do first, though, I think we'll just, this gray is actually stitched. It's a stitched rectangle. I don't know what it was from or what I was making. So it does have a nice stitched edge. Okay, then we're going to pop this up. I think it needs to be popped up. I'm just going to put 4 on here. I'm not putting it on the top and bottom because those are kind of hanging over. All right. Cute. I'm going to put some Wink of Stella on those flowers too. Okay, I did have a couple ribbons. This is my favorite ribbon, so I could put this on, but I don't know if we need it. Let's see, do we want that? No, that's too much. Maybe just a little bow. Here's some of that string, that White Baker's twine. Let's tie it in a bow and see what that looks like. I usually have a gazillion of these little bows somewhere. Okay, that looks good. I just want something small just to add a little more texture. I think I will pop up this whole panel though, because it's not a real busy card. So sometimes if there's not a lot going on, just adding some dimension and a little texture will make all the difference. All right, glue dots, let's see. I always have a stack of glue dots left over from Paper Pumpkin projects. So I keep that in next to my stamping desk. Okay, we'll peel that off. Stick that little bow on there. Oh, that's cute. Okay, Wink of Stella. A little Wink of Stella on those flowers. Just for fun. Make sure it's coming out. Nope, I'm not seeing anything that might be dry. We'll put that upside down for a bit and let it soak back into the tip. Let's see, this one looks maybe a little better. Oh yeah, that's better. Okay. So Wink of Stella, I've got like 4 Wink of Stella brushes up here that I'd added some alcohol to in hopes of making them last just a little bit longer. Add a little bit of this sparkle to our extra pieces. Can you see that? I don't know if you can tell. Maybe right there. I love Wink of Stella. Plus, it's got the silver embossing powder, so it is nice and sparkly. All right, number 2. You know, I did find this was leftover little pink sequins from a paper pumpkin kit, and I thought I would just pull these out too. And I think on this one, because I forgot I had, now they're pink, so I'm not going to add anything to that one. I might add some rhinestones later, we'll see. But over here I want to add a few of these pink sequins, so I'm just going to get that going. There it goes. I think I'm just going to put them inside my heart just to add a little sparkle there. Okay, we'll put one there. You know, let's get where's my pick tool here? What I like, I use this, it's kind of messy, but you can use this little putty tip, pick up your sequins, and then I take the poker end off and then use that to press my sequins down. Okay, I'm just going to scooch those out of the way. Maybe we'll use those again later. Oh, that adds a little bit of sparkle. Okay, so that's 2. What time is it? Okay, we're doing okay. I think I'll do 2 more and then that'll be it for today. Let me see what I have. Okay, so here's some pieces of, look, that matches too, poppy. That's why I cut the poppy, because when I was looking through my scraps that I found one of these poppy flowers I had cut out. And then I had some bee paper, which unfortunately is sold out, but I thought those kind of went together. So let's do, I don't know if I want to do a poppy base with maybe white or black. Sometimes I just like to take pieces. It's getting too crowded here. Too much stuff. Okay. So if I wanted to go with a black front on a white poppy, or on a poppy base, I could do that. Maybe, I don't know, I like this black and white. I could go this way and then put that poppy there. That's pretty dark. I don't know. I don't think I like that. Okay, if we did a black base with a poppy front, I feel like that's too much poppy on poppy. Let's see what a white front would look like on our poppy. We could make it a little smaller. How big is this? That's about 3.5 inches. I have a smaller piece that looks like that. That's a little scrap. I kind of like that. If that was going to go up. You know, just play around with your scraps. Can you see what I'm doing? I'm just maybe too close to me. And then I could put even a little tail of poppy. Let's try that. Let's do that. Let's get rid of the black. Or let's do this. Okay. This is just the thought process of trying to come up with a card here. So I'm going to take this black and I'm going to cut it down to 3 3/4. That's the scoring blade. 3 3/3. I'm going to cut it wrong. Okay, by 5. All right, and then we're going to take the white. I just want a little bit of black, so I'm just going to make this a little smaller. So I'm going to do 3 5/8. That's just 1/8 of an inch smaller than the black by 4 7/8. because I can always cut it smaller, but I can't cut it bigger. So let's see. A nice thin mat. Okay, on the poppy. That looks pretty good right there. All right, then we can have this piece just perfectly fits in there. And then this one, you know what, where's that, let's see. I have this piece too, which is really, I can't remember if it's red. This is the gold bee paper on one side that had white polka dots. And so I colored it with blends, which is why it is bled through. I might do too small. I might do a little thin strip of this. Let's do a 1/2 inch, maybe a 3/4 inch strip. I don't know if I used red or poppy. But it's small enough that it won't matter. All right, let's go ahead and stick these together so we don't have to worry about it. Crease that. All right. Feels weird talking through my thought process out loud. This is like the running dialogue in my head while I'm creating. I don't know about you. When I'm coming up with cards, my room is a disaster because I don't clean it up until after I'm finished designing for the month. So for quite a while, it's pretty messy. Okay. That's not a very even strip. I didn't cut that very straight. Maybe it wasn't straight to begin with. I don't know. Let's do a little, let's just flag the end. Maybe no one will notice that it's a little crooked. Okay, that's not a good flag because I'm not doing it. See, I'm not doing what I'm supposed to do. Okay. I'm going to cut in from the middle and then cut from the sides. Almost there. All right, that's close enough. Because it's not very straight, that's where I'm going to put this one on top of it. See, we could fix it. Okay, and then I'll put that one there and make it go just a little bit longer. I'll cut it down. All right. I'll put this strip down here. Make it even on the bottom, even though it's not even on the top. All right, and we'll put this one kind of on top of it. Staggered, so now you can't even tell that strip wasn't straight. Then we're gonna pop up this poppy, which way? Maybe like that. Let's pop it up. Dimensionals. I kind of feel like I want to glue it down though because it's kind of loose. We'd used, this is back when we were doing some paper piecing and I had been playing around with this. I'm going to stick it on the paper. Dimensionals don't want to stick on washi tape. All right, and put that there. Oh, that's cute. Okay, let's do, you're the best. That's a good one. That could be for thank you. You're the best. And this is from Thanks for the Laughs. I think I'm going to do this one in black. I have not used this, so I'm going to rough it up a little bit. All right. How's that look? You are the best. I like the, oh, it's not going to fit there. You know, I could either stick it down here or I could stick it up here. Yeah, it's pretty small. I'm going to stick it down here at the bottom. Let me make sure that's going to stamp straight. I need to go down just a hair on the right. You're the best. I love it. And that gives me a little extra room to put some sparkle. I'm going to just grab my poppy, Peaceful Poppies sequins, because I have a bazillion of these things. I mean, literally a bazillion. So let's put 3 little sequins on there, and that'll be our sparkle. So I'm going to stick a few in here. All right, where's my tools? Okay, I'm going to put a big poppy one here. All right, let's do a black one. Oh. All right, get back on my glue spot. Come on now. We're getting all gluey. Okay, and then let's do, what do we have? Let's do a gold one. A little gold flower. Cute! See, you guys would have thought that could have been a class project. It's just from scraps. Okay, so we'll set that one aside. Let's do one more. I had some Easter. What time is it? Okay, I don't want to go too long. All right, I had a stack of Easter scraps. All right. I'm trying to work in a confined space here. Not successfully. Oh, hold on. I didn't use that piece of ribbon. Can that go somewhere? Let's put it in there. Okay, I'm going to flag this ribbon too, since I flagged the others. To flag a ribbon, just fold it in half, long ways, and cut it at an angle. Look, that's all you have to do. I'm just going to use a glue dot to stick it down with. Where did I put my glue dots? Yep, that is what my life is like. Fortunately, I have a couple more in my little tub. I'm going to get a glue dot and stick it. I'm just going to stick one on my ribbon here, since this is an afterthought. Oh, and of course, that's right where I stuck a dimensional down. Okay, I got it. I'm just going to add a little bit of ribbon there. Okay, perfect. All right, I'm glad I saw that. Phew. Okay, so I had a bunch of pieces of Easter pieces left over from when we did the sampler last week, and from my from projects from last month. So like this was from, these were from the little treat holder we did in class. I had some I don't know, these came out of my tag thing. And then some of these are from the sampler. So, which is why I cut Purple Posy. I'm gonna go with the Purple Posy base, I think. Or we've got white. I've got a little piece of this designer paper, which is very cute. I also have a little piece of this ribbon weave. I don't know. I have a couple crosses. I have that flower. You know what? This might be pretty. If we just take that cross, kind of coming out of the purple ground, and maybe we can wrap this around it somehow. I have a tulip. That's kind of big. I also have a gray cross, but I think I like the purple better. Then we have Happy Easter. I have that in gray. That's in Highland Heather. That could kind of go over to the side. This could maybe come, I have a little bit of glimmer paper too. Let's see. I have a small, they're all, oh, how did that happen? Okay, Happy Easter got in the cross. No, that's too dark. Too dark on there. All right, so let's try this. Let's do this as a base. I wish I could see your comments. My phone is upside down, so I can't see. I had cut a half a sheet of the white. Let's see what this is cut at. Is this a quarter sheet? That's 5 1/4 by, yeah, that's a good size. Okay. My biggest problem when I'm designing, oh, look, I have a little purple bow there too, I found, is keeping track of where all my stuff is. I know it's on my desk. Okay, so this is exactly 5 1/4 long. So I'm just going to cover that half of it. All right. I think we'll do this. I think we'll put the purple cross kind of coming out of the purple ground. So let's get this on here. I'm just putting adhesive on the edges. It's a little bit long, so we just need to trim that off. Flip it over and trim the back. Okay, so I'm going to put that purple cross in there, and then I have this piece, which I colored, so I hate to not use it. I'm going to see if I can cut it apart in a couple spots. Mostly that spot. Let's see. Oh, I kind of like it showing more though, more color. That's still good. You can see the cross, so it's not covering it up too bad. All right, so I really shouldn't put this on my card while I'm putting adhesive on it, or it's going to make a mess. All right, I'm going to put it right down this seam. And I think this is pretty detailed, so let's use a little bit of this instead of the snail. I'm just putting this in a few places. Pop that in there. Kind of have it coming up. All right. I have that bow. I don't know if I'm going to use that. Okay, Happy Easter in gray. Not liking that. I actually have that in, here it is in Sparkle Glimmer paper, but I feel like you can't see it very well. Let's pop out the little center pieces and see what that looks like. Okay. Happy. I'm going to do this. I have this God is Love. We could do that. That covers a lot of the cross though. But I feel like 1 centimeter is enough. I wonder what this would look like as a shadow with glitter over the purple. I don't know. I feel like it's not popping out as much. I wish I had Happy Easter in the dark purple, but I don't. So we're just going to make do with what we have. All right. I think I'm going to put this on. Happy Easter. We'll see. We could go over here. We could kind of go here, off, over to the side. Questions. I can't decide. Let's glue it down. Maybe I'll decide after that. we're just gonna make a decision and go with it. You know what I should have done? Too late. Too late. Okay, so when you're gluing these words down, a little bit of glue is enough. You don't have to cover the whole thing, and it needs to be very thin. So you guys see that? Don't use much glue. All right, I'm gonna just go with happy right here. That's the decision. And then Easter. I only put glue on the thicker pieces. I'm going to put that T going between the P and the Y. Happy Easter. Yay! Okay, so we've got most of our stuff over here. So let's look at our bow. Let's see if that's too big to put. Happy Easter. It's a little big, so I don't know that I want to do that. But I do think I want to do some rhinestones. So I'm going to take some rhinestones, and I want them purpley. Just a light purple. What color is this? Dark purple posy. Let's give this a shot. Let's color 3 small rhinestones with some dark purple posy. I'm using the blends. That's not very dark. So let's try, what's this one? This is Dark Highland Heather. Let's try this. Oh, that's better. That's a little darker. Purple Posy's pretty light. All right. We don't have Gorgeous Grape in a blend. I'm going to let this dry for a sec before I pull that off. Hopefully it's dry enough. I'm going to be careful. I'm going to put them over up here. Pull it up. I'm going to put one kind of close, and then we'll put one a little further up here. All right. There we go. Cute little Easter card. All right. Do we have time? What time is it? Do we have time for one more? You guys want to do one more card? I'm looking at notes. Okay, I'm going to do one more. If you guys are need to get back, that's okay. But I did pull out some pieces. So I can either do, what did I pull out? I've got, that was a leftover piece from the Stamperie, where I've got this hibiscus. I think we'll do hibiscus. Maybe I'll do that later. What I was going to do with this one, I was just thinking about putting it on a card front, but maybe I'll save that for later. So this one, this is from the Tropical Oasis class I did, and I was playing around with stamping different colors with the hibiscus, and then I'll show you how I kind of did a 3D effect with that. This is a little piece of Sia Silhouette paper. I like color. I am a color person, so I like to use our colored cardstock a lot. I did a pumpkin pie base, and I think I need a little bit, let's see, this might be cute. And then I did a little aloha. Isn't that cute? That's in Old Olive. I had cut a whole bunch of colors. I had cut, that's a pineapple punch. That one is pumpkin pie. I think I had one in white glimmer paper, or maybe it's just white aloha. I actually like all of those. So the question now is, maybe I'll use all of them. I'm just going to put them all here. I feel like though it's kind of plain. What if we did white base and cut that pumpkin pie down? That might be good. Let's try that. Let's do a white card base and then we're going to cut our pumpkin pie down. Let's get rid of our Easter. Okay, we're going to cut this down to, we'll do 3 3/4. I don't want a big one, so we'll do 3 3/4 by 5. We're going to do landscape on this one. I might cut it down a little bit more, so let's see how this looks. Well, that's a pretty good width. Aloha, aloha. Okay. So this hibiscus, I think I stamped it. I think this is So Saffron. And then I stamped it in pumpkin pie. And then I put a little, use white chalk marker to make the stamen white. And then I cut in between the petals to the center, kind of close to the center. And then take your petals and just roll them out a little bit with your bone folder. And then bend them up at the center, and that gives it a real cool 3D effect. Okay, and then I had stamped this, I think it's Old Olive or a dark green, it might be Mossy Meadow, on Pear Pizzazz. What you can do is fold that leaf in half towards each other, give it a crease, and then you can roll it out, each side out, to give it a little texture and dimension too. All right, so let's try this. Let's go ahead and do this pumpkin pie panel on the front. This is going to be a quick one. I could do it up or down. I don't know, I like going down. These are a little shimmer. They almost, reason I like this one, it looks kind of almost like little pineapple, you know, the little pineapple scales or whatever they're called. I don't know what they're called. Okay, so we're going to pop up our flower. Because it's kind of dimensional, I'm going to put the leaf down first. I'm just going to put 2 dimensionals near the top of the leaf so it can still stay pretty poofy. And then over here, I'm just going to maybe do a couple on either side so my leaves stay pretty dimensional too. All right, so let's do all 3 of these alohas. Even though it's not the same color, it's okay. It's still yellow. And this looks like it has different shades of yellow in the designer paper. Okay, so we've got an olive. I think I'll put the yellow at the top because it's against a little bit darker DSP. That looks cute. Or what do you think? Maybe just one? That's a little simpler, but I think I'm going to use all 3 because why not? Why not use all 3? You only live once, right? So aloha means hello in Hawaiian. It might mean goodbye too. Laura, if you know, let me know. So you can say hello several times. It's okay. All right, let's stick a little bit of glue there. I hope I put that up far enough. All right. And this Tombow, the liquid glue, lets you move it around just a hair too before it sticks down. Once you put snail down, it's down. This gives you a second to adjust where you want it. Well, it's going to be close, but we can get it on. I should have scooted those up a little. That's all right. All right. Done. And then you can add a little Wink of Stella there too if you want. All right, what time is it? I didn't want to go longer than an hour. Oh, that's right. We've only got 5 minutes. Okay. So we have made in our hour with our scraps, we have made 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards. So I would challenge you, I'm going to bring that up. Let's flip me back upside down. See, oh, it's gonna keep falling. Let me tighten this. Is that gonna work? No, I'm just gonna hold it. Okay, so 5 cards in an hour. So I would encourage you guys to save your scraps. You know, you don't have to save all of them, but save some of your fun pieces, and then it's real quick and easy to make cards using just your scraps. So I encourage you guys to do it. If you make some with scraps, post them below and show us pictures of what you made. So make sure you share the video. I'm going to post this on my blog today. I don't know, I may put measurements, but it's not about what you're making, it's just what you're doing with what you have. So thanks for stopping by today. Next week we are going to start doing this on Thursday. When I started, I wasn't thinking, because John, my husband's days off are Tuesday and Wednesday, and of course that's when I scheduled my videos to be. I do a team video on Tuesday, and I do this one Wednesday, and so now we can't do anything together. Next week, I'm going to start doing team trainings on Monday, and we're going to do our Facebooks on Thursday. So we'll try that for a while and see if that helps, and maybe we get a little free time to go visit the kids. So next week, starting Thursday, make sure to share. Whoever shares, I'm going to do a drawing for all 5 of these cards. We made 5. So you're going to get 5 cards, and thanks for tuning in. I'll see you guys next week. All right. Bye-bye.